Hey everybody, welcome to the first video of the Backyard Pond channel. And I know most of you guys that are subscribed to this channel are because of my cats. So I mean, I understand if you need to unsubscribe. But I hadn't been making videos for this channel for a long time. That channel was called Josie, Chewy, and Wayway. That was just something I made, just for the cats. I'm going to keep those shorts there, just for memories and all that stuff. But I'm officially changing I did change the name to this channel called it's now called the Backyard Pond Channel. So, like the title says, it's going to be about the pond I dug last summer. And I may, put some videos on how it was made and all that stuff. It's about I want to say a 1/4 acre pond, maybe a 1/3 acre, but it always stayed wet back here. So I said, you know what, unless it went about a week or two, then it was dry enough to walk back here. Other than that, it really wasn't, we couldn't really use it that much. So decided to go ahead and build a pond here and raise up the ground all around the pond, and keep it a little bit more dry, and we'll see where we go from there. So several years ago, I bought this property about 7 years ago, and I want to say in 2000, so that was 2018 when we moved here. About 2020, maybe 2021, I forget. I think it was 2020. A tornado came through here, and we had some big oaks like this one throughout the property. And I was like, oh, I'd like to have a pond here, but I'll never clear all those oaks. Well, the tornado came and knocked down all the trees. You see the house over there. The tornado essentially went that way. And it kind of come here, knocked a lot of these trees down, jumped over those trees, and then hit my other trees on the other side. So at that point, I paid somebody to come in here and move them all back here that I could. There's some still scattered out through the woods, throughout that we couldn't get to, but that was one of the main things that I was like, okay, now it's cleared. And I always wanted to build a pond, but I could never get anyone back here, long enough to, for when it's dry enough to do this. So here's some more trees back here. But so last year I was able to, we had like maybe a month without rain, and it was dry enough. And then I didn't think about it till the guy called me, because I called this one guy up to, help dig this pond. And every time he was about to, it would rain. So last year, it was about a good month, maybe even 5 weeks worth of very little rain. And he called up, said, hey, do you still want that pond? I started thinking, said, sure. Well, he said, okay, I'll be out there in about 2 weeks. Well, I could see that rain was coming, and he come out here, and the guy started, and I'll show you pictures in this, but he started, he dug the pond up, but all the dirt was just stacked around the pond right here. And it instantly started filling up with some water, and then it started raining. So that was that, and had to wait about, it rained probably for that whole week. And I thought, maybe I can move it with my little tractor. I couldn't move it at all. So we ended up waiting it out, and probably about 2 weeks more drying. So about a month later, he come back out here. It wasn't completely dried yet. But yeah, it wasn't completely dried yet, but he came out smooth what he could, but couldn't finish it all because, you know what, on that day it started raining again. Well, finally about another 3 weeks passed by, and I had him take down some trees there, probably about in between the pond and the house. You'll see some trees over there. There was a few more, but I had him take down that. Well, that started filling up with water from not being smoothed over. And so this started, let's say, I want to say beginning of July, and so we are in almost October, and he finally come back out here. It was dry enough. He smoothed everything out, so we would have a driving surface with our golf cart or just a vehicle. Smooth it all out, took some of the dirt that we had and went down there where we took some of the trees out, smoothed that out. So there is still some wet areas here. Over here, I'll show you. So there's still some wet areas here. So when it rains, my house is like up on a hill all the way from the road, and it just inclines down this way. So not only does it get wet here, but all the water will run down from there and then come this way, fill the pond up. This pond filled up quick. But not just that either. We also have, oh, let me show you this first. So this will stay wet longer right here in this area, but I think it's a potential for a future expansion of my pond if I decide to dig this out right here and then come on over to right here into there. I think would be kind of neat. I mean, if it's going to stay wet, you know, most of the time, I might as well make it to another pond. Or I may even make it into a totally separate pond its own and put something totally different in there. But I got my glasses on now. But that's for another time. I like wearing my glasses while I'm walking because you just never know with snakes and stuff. This is pretty fresh deer track right there. There's another tree down there. Now this creek right here isn't my property, or I mean the middle is, but on the other side is not my property. It's the neighbor's property. But come right over here. And this water's still running, even though it's been a few days. Well, I'd say maybe a good week since it's rained, and we're still getting water from you know, runoff from other people's property into the drainage ditches, and then it just keeps on accumulating down this way because we're lower. And you see that tree that fell over right there? Well, that kind of blocked. I need to undo some of this because that water will rush up here, go over this way, and then back that way and fill up my pond. So it's you know, and the pond isn't lined with clay or nothing. I believe that it will hold water even if it didn't rain for about 3 months. I think you'll have some water in there, at least in the deepest part. So anyways, just giving you a quick overview of the pond and its you know, short history so far. Can't wait for the spring so you know, for the grass to grow. I'm gonna let it grow naturally. I don't know if I'll let it grow. I may, you know, put some seed in here, but for the most part back here the grass always grew, even though it was wet. I mean, it took off back here like crazy. It was just good soil back here too, even though it stayed wet. Anyways, I got some banana trees over here. This is where I threw some of my fish feed. I don't really have, I got mosquito fish in there, and I threw some feeder goldfish in there. But I do plan on catching some like brim and some couple bass and some catfish though in here too. So, but all this right here is blackberries. All that, all along the edge of the property. So, yeah, I got blackberries, and I got, I want to say, it's not blueberries, but it's, I could be wrong, mulberries. But anyways, I got a few different berries in this property. And so my main thing here is I want to attract wildlife here, and I've already, you know, have seen deer, raccoons, bobcats. I have a trail cam at the far end down that way, and on this post. And on this post, I plan on maybe put another camera facing that way. I'm not sure yet, but I got a trail cam here. I got this bench from my wife for Christmas. Now during the day, this part right here gets the most shade. Over there on that side will probably be sunny for the most part. But as long as these trees are right here, the sun coming up right here, this is gonna get the most shade. I'd like to build something right here, whether it be a dock or maybe even a, you know, just like a little shed or something like that to store stuff in. And also you could sit on like the back porch of it overlooking the pond. Right here, I wouldn't mind, really I wouldn't mind on that side over there to build like a some raised garden beds or a greenhouse for like the winter time, next winter. That would be pretty neat. And then I do plan on transplanting some palmettos. I want to say they're called saw palmettos. And I got a date palm. I think I'm going to transfer them on that back side over there by the wood pile. But, you know, just in front of it. I think it'll look good. So anyways, I know for those that, and I hadn't posted a video close to a year, and all my videos I think were shorts. There was a few little cat videos, whatever. I understand if you have to unsubscribe because this isn't your cup of tea. I totally understand, and I know where you're coming from. If I had subscribed to a channel and next thing I know it's renamed and revamped, I'd probably unsubscribe too. But if you do stick around, I appreciate it. And for any new subscribers, if you want to follow along on my backyard pond, let me know. Thought I heard something back there. But yeah, just let me know and in the comments. And now I do have another channel. There goes a frog. I do have another channel, so I do more like camping stuff on the other channel, some outdoor stuff. It's called Hillbilly Rick Outdoors. This channel here, I want to do just strictly for the pond. Now, I may feature this pond in my other channel every now and then, but this one here will be everything that I do back here for the pond. So anyways, I'm going to end the video, and like I said, stay tuned. I'm gonna put out, you know, maybe a weekly video on this, whether it just be our progress or, you know, a time lapse or something like that, but it'll deal with the pond. So anyways, there's a swamp just behind those trees back there too, so there's all kind of wildlife here. Sorry for the interruption. I don't know if you can hear that, but there was some birds back there. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe if you can, and we'll see you guys later.